Good morning. How are you guys doing? So, a different start from normally what you would see. This is actually the Midnight Chaser Discord server. So, since you clicked on the video, you're probably looking for leaks, and I'm here to give you the leaks. So, if you look on the bottom of your YouTube video, you could see those timestamps. Just scroll through, look for what you're looking for, watch it. But I recommend, right, for my personal liking, do a little bit of that extra watching just so you know a little bit more, and also viewer retention is actually really helpful to me. So if you guys got an extra few minutes, take a watch of all of the content that I'm gonna give you. No useless moments wasted. I'm gonna try to make this more less boring, so I'm just gonna get to what I'm gonna get to. But if you're skipping, please subscribe and leave a like and comment, because commenting actually is really important. One, I will get to you 100%, 10 out of 10. At least I'll like it. It doesn't matter. I will get to you 100% of the time. Second, that's a promise. Second, that's about it. Let's just get into the video. From what you're seeing, I'm currently in our Discord server. This is the leaks section, and if you go up a little bit, you'll see some of the cars that's already in game. A rework of the Celine S7, the Viper. They got a rework. The Ferrari that has a rework, and yeah, if we look underneath, the H2R, I think H2 something, some bike, which is pretty cool. Actually, it's an interesting bike. I've actually seen that bike in person. It's pretty accurate, actually. Yeah, F40, the wings seems to have gotten an update, and yeah, those are already in game, but this is not in game. So from the looks of it, we have ourselves a new map coming. For the guys that's actually been following through the leaks for Midnight Chasers, you guys are probably seeing some of these images of the leaked maps. So as you know, I'm not American, so I don't know what Interstate 90 is, or Interstate 95, my apologies. But if we go down a little bit, speculations speak that St. Augustine, where is that? Right, for those of you that's curious, look into this further, but that's about it for me when it comes to maps. But I did collect some images that might be helpful to you. I will put them on the screen, one by one, slowly going through them. Actually, I'll just go through them right here, right? If you want to screenshot them, do your little own research. If you can figure something out there. I don't know what that is. Anyways, Interstate 95. See what you can figure out from that. I don't know. And continue on. Downtown Jacksonville. And St. Augustine, obviously. So, yeah. See what you guys can figure out from that. I don't exactly know what that's about. But I have heard. Only 35? Come on. From what I heard, this map isn't coming soon. Like, at all. It's gonna take a while for it to come. So, please stay patient and check back on the game for this map in like a little while. It's not gonna be super soon. It's still a work in progress, but these are some images I've collected over the leaks and my personal sources from like other Roblox servers that is about this game. Anyways, really bad voice crack there, but we're going to continue. We're gonna go over all of these images. I'm gonna try to go over them fast. So let's start with our AE86. Ooh, look at that. The seats, the engine, the rims, looking pretty good. From the looks of it, there's going to be pop-up headlights, which is going to be awesome. The little, that's probably all movable and pretty cool. Now, let's do a little speculation here. AE86 specs, I already looked this up because I was curious. So here are all the actual numbers that you have here. These are the numbers, drivetrain. It is a inline 4, obviously, and it kicks around like 112 horsepower, for 6,000 RPM. I'm expecting a 140 miles of speed at like 225 kilometers. Like that's about the speed range that we're going to get. That's what I'm thinking. So price ranges for this car, I'm thinking somewhere around like this car, you know, what I'm seeing, like the RX-7. But if we're going on the expensive side, I'm thinking around the 350Z. So yeah, I'm thinking 350Z around there. So around like 30 to 40 to 50. I think 30 to 50, 35 to 55 is the range that I'm thinking this car is going to be in. Now, we are going to continue. C6 Corvette. Some of you already saw this image, and we're going to jump right to it. C6 Corvette in retail right now, it is actually around like 15K in a used 2006 C6 Corvette. And yeah, I think this is actually one of those cars that we might have very soon because it looks pretty fleshed out. It looks pretty much ready to go, and we might get this very soon. And I'm thinking for the specs is all right here. This thing is around, it's a V8 engine obviously, and 0 to 60 3.3. This is like RL stats. This is not any in-game stats. Around like 630 horsepower. Obviously I'm looking at the ZR1. The reason for that is, look at in-game, the Corvettes. Yeah, the Corvettes, they're all ZR1s, and ZR1s like C7 ZR1 and ZR1, right? So I suppose the C6 is going to be a ZR1 as well. So yeah, obviously a V8 around like 6,500 RPM of spin. I reckon they might add manual transmission, and I'm thinking this car is obviously going to be charged less than these two. So this is currently retail like in store for 175. So I'm thinking around the 150, 150, maybe less, like around like 120, 130. That's what I'm thinking. Because that's more realistic, right? If we see around the 150 area or 115, actually I might say it's around 115 to 140. That's around the area, because you see like this is about, you know, like I would compare that to like a C6, because I'm actually a big fan of the C6, you know, that's just me. But yeah, I would compare that to a C6. I don't know why the Audi is so cheap, but yeah, this I would not. I think this is better than the C6 personally, but I don't expect the C6 to be in the same level. I could expect it to be in the same level as maybe like this, but I don't know. It's in speculation. The range is very uncertain, but I obviously don't compare the C6 to the 350Z, let's say. So I'm thinking around the area of here to around here. So all speculations. Continue on. That right there is a owner card, so you're never gonna get this. So you're just gonna get a picture from me that I've got from uncertain sources. All right, continue. This light. Oh, I recognize this light. I recognize it so well. Some of you may know, some of you may not. Shout out to my boy True PM, because I'm gonna use his pictures. I'm actually a car photographer in real life. So what I'm gonna show you here is his car. That's why I recognize the tail light so quick, because, well, he's actually one of my buddy. So, yep. Let's take a look at his car. From what you can see, that tail light is that tail light, as you can see. So this is my buddy. Check out his page right here, True PM, on the corner there. If you have Instagram, if you like BMWs, obviously this is low-key just my buddy. This is his car. And yeah, shout out to him for letting me use some of these pictures. I guess he actually doesn't give permission. Like, he didn't give me permission. I just don't care because he's my buddy. Anyways, continue. That's his car. Well, yeah, the C6, well, the i8, BMW i8 is coming very soon. And I'm expecting the BMW to be around top of the line, because I'm thinking it could either be above the R8 and below the it could even be above, actually, the M5 comp, like M5 CS. Like, it could very well be above this. I'm expecting it to be like not as expensive as obviously the S1K. or the other S1K, but it's gonna be in between this range. I'm thinking like if they decided to make it more expensive, more interesting, it could be potentially more expensive than this. But I'm thinking around 300K to 700K. That's my guess on the range. Now, following that, I'm not gonna spec every single car. I'm not gonna tell you the specs for every single one, but this, we might be getting this. It's gonna be the successor of the Bentley. You know, I actually have this Bentley, but yeah, I think that car might be faster than the Bentley. So Bentley is currently kicking 160. I'm thinking that car could be kicking around 200. And 0 to 60 4.1, I'm thinking that car might be kicking like around like 3.5 ish. Horsepower, that might be a modded V8. So yeah, I don't exactly know what is coming for this car, but if we are using the Bentley as a little bit of a mark here, I'm speculating the car is gonna be around 100 and, well, I'm thinking it might be 80. It might not. Okay, it's not gonna be 80. It's gonna be 100 to 100 to 200. That's gonna be the range this is gonna be in. I'm thinking around somewhere around here it's gonna be added. So yeah, following this, we have helmets. I don't really know how they're gonna implement this, but they're gonna add helmets and you're gonna be able to customize them, because that is actually one of the official leaks that I didn't get from a contact. As you can see right here, this is one of the official leaks. This bike, actually, you can already get it. It is this bike right here, and you can put a lot of wraps on it, which is you're gonna have fun with that if you decided to buy that. Anyways, yeah, helmets. From the looks of it, we're gonna be getting helmets. I don't know how they're planning on working this out, but yeah, you're gonna get helmets, because you see that is the forged carbon, you know, the texture on there, and blue. Yeah. All right, we have ourselves a very blurry image. I have two guesses here. What? This is gonna be an S2000. My reason being, S2000, one single headlight. From the looks of it, one single big headlight right there. And also, these are my personal images of the S2000. As you can see, S2K, pretty cool. We have more S2K, the single light, pretty cool. So, I'm actually expecting this to be an S2K. It obviously does not look super detailed. I don't know what the plan is for that one, but I'm expecting this to be an S2K. But my second think of this could be that it could be a 370Z. Obviously, single headlight, but I'm not seeing the divot over here. That's the only reason why I'm not speculating it to be a Z than, you know, the S2K. But it could very well be a 370Z, because, well, I'm not seeing the divot. But if I see the divot, obviously I'm gonna instantly just assume that's a 370Z. Continue. A funny engine bay. I actually don't know what engine bay this is. I think it might be the S2K engine bay due to the shape. If you can see, this is the shape of the engine bay, but I'm actually not sure, because I do reckon the S2K engine bay, from looking like this, as you can see, there is a tub there, but then this is obviously not the actual S2K engine. It looks like a V8 of some sort. I don't know what this is. Not a super engine guy, but I know some engine compartments and how they work. But it looks to be either a V6 or a V8. And yeah, it looks in the shape of an S2K because you have that little bonnet in the front, this big portion in the back. That's as far as I can explain. And the battery is actually in this corner. It's at the air filter box or the battery. I'm not sure. Well, continue. BMW. This right here, I have a great idea of what this is because I'm actually a BMW guy. Crazy enough, right? So I'm thinking that one is gonna be an F82 M4. Reason why I say that, as you can see, F82 M4. F82 M4 with body kit. F82 M4, right? This is connected. From the looks of it, this is connected, right? Yellowish is the most obvious because my buddy actually owns one of these, and yeah, I've been really liking this car specifically. So yeah, when I saw this picture, I was very happy. This is actually one of the leaks I pulled from my contacts. It's not really from my contacts. It's actually in the Discord server. Everybody go find it. I'm not going to tell you how to find it, but you can find it. It's just sometimes some specific owner likes to post random stuff in the in the heavens section. So you just gotta keep an eye out for that. You might find something cool in here that yeah. Right, continue on. Next image we have, obviously, you know, as you can see, supercharged. That's what I'm saying. It's probably going to be more expensive. Well, actually, before I jump into that a little bit more, I actually got to talk about what price range this might be placed in. I'm actually thinking, because we have the M3, M4, and then maybe a little bit of an M4 here. I'm thinking the F80 M4, this is obviously, like, I think it's a similar car to this. That's either going to be a limited that's going to be coming, or a upgrade of this. So I'm thinking this might be placed a little bit more than that, because obviously you see there's a lot more work done to it than this. So obviously you see the fender kits and the bottom fenders and the side skirts and all that. It's obviously like a more refined body kit, but I'm expecting it to be placed a little bit more than this. So I'm thinking like 150 at most, 150, 180, around that portion. And it's probably going to hit a better spec than this, like around like 210 maybe. And 0 to 60, 3.2 horsepower is going to be a little bit more, because from the looks of it, it is modded. Continue. Track pricks. I don't know what this is about. We'll see. This right here, my friend, it is a full-fledged car that might be coming super soon, maybe in the next update, or the update that's going to be dropping very soon. From my research, aka asking a friend, I actually figured out this car is called the Pininfarina whatever something B95. Those of you know, I'm not a native English speaker, so hey, I'm trying my best. I'm not gonna pronounce that though. It's a B95. So yeah, no windshield. Crazy. You need a helmet to drive this, I think. Yeah, it's a crazy design. Honestly, I like it. It's really cool, and yeah, it is an interesting design that I'm waiting to see. See, that is the exact spec that we're seeing here, not a 1-to-1, but yeah, it is a really interesting spec. And from the looks of it, we're gonna get a different pattern for the wheel, the carpet or the seating, that's gonna be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to speccing this car out. And honestly, this car in real life costs about 4.8 million, so I'm expecting this car to cost around that in game, or even more in game, or it could be a limited. So this is one of those cars that I'm expecting it might be a limited, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm really looking forward to it. Continue on. Skipping that. On our list, next up, some of you guys have been looking forward to this, Ferrari SF90. I've actually dug up some pictures of the SF90, and those are all public images. Please don't sue me. I don't want to get sued. And yeah, these are all actually public images that you could find on our Discord, and a little bit from my contacts over at Ghost Roblox. Anyways, yeah, SF90 could be coming very soon to your local shop. I don't think this is going to be a limited. I think this is just going to be a car that you're going to get added to the game. Reason behind that is it doesn't seem to have any special decals, and there might be a track variant that gets added as a limited, so I don't think this is going to be a limited. And the SF90's MSRP is in real life is around 600k, 524, and there is obviously a track variant, which I think that might be a limited if they do decide to add something like this. But the original SF90, the base one, is obviously not going to be anything special, I don't think. Well, this does have actually, I'm actually mistaken, starting around 500k and goes up to a mil. So, oh, actually, that is the track variant. Yeah, MSRP around like 500k-ish, but I'm expecting in-game, given the cheapest Ferrari is 200, it's definitely, I think, it's probably going to be around the F40's price. I'm thinking it's going to be more than the A12 Superfast, for sure, I think. So I'm thinking around this section here. It might be a little bit more than that 40, it might be a little less. It's completely up to what they decide to do. So yeah, I'm thinking upwards of 1.5 mil and lower end around like 700. So yeah, that's all up to decisions by the designing team over at the, you know, the revs stuff. You know, see what they do. Right, following that portion, something else. That's also Ferrari. The Ferrari SUV is coming. I don't know what this Ferrari SUV is. Actually, when it looks at that engine, is that not the engine we see here? Well, I actually have no idea, because all the Ferrari engines are red and funny looking. So yeah, that right there is the Ferrari SUV that's gonna be coming. I low-key have no idea what that is, and not a huge Ferrari guy, so I don't know. Continue. That right there is coming to the game. I think this is gonna be a track pass car specifically, given the funny look on the windows, and this is a very fully fleshed car, so we might be getting this very soon. Images gotten from my contacts. Yeah, we might be getting this very soon, and it's probably very likely going to be a track pass only car. And given the looks of it, I actually don't know what this is. I know this is a Ferrari from many people telling me, dude, this is a Ferrari, this is a Ferrari. I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm expecting it to be around one. I think it might be a lower end variant of the Ferrari family, so I'm thinking also around this section. It's not going to be as much as the FXXK, but it's not going to be as little as the 812 Superfast. So I'm thinking it might be somewhere around the 812 to the FXXK. So, well, let's wait for that to come. Cadillac. Not a Cadillac guy, but here's a Cadillac. That is the two different Cadillacs, but I've found this. Some specific owner has posted this on their page, or on Heaven, and I'm like, whoa, I have this picture, and I also have this picture. Ooh, that might have some connections. So, yeah, go figure. I don't know what this is. So, some of you Cadillac guys, or gals, figure this out. So that's it for all of the pictures and stuffs that I have to show for you guys. And, honestly, that's pretty cool, and yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and subscribe if you, well, subscribe, like, comment, questions, and whatnot, the typical YouTuber stuff that I have to say to get a little bit of that little following into my community. Obviously, I'm gonna try to make my, ooh, is that an imposter? Yeah, I think that's an imposter. Guys, there's an imposter here. No, never mind, there's more imposters, but yeah, I didn't even realize there's just a bunch of Bugattis. Anyways, there's actually a few of these. Well, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching.